Hi guys, Nerdy Perkins here. I'm just doing this video to kind of go through my thoughts on Dressrosa. I have a lot of pros, a couple cons. I'll start by just saying that this seemed like a lot of people maybe had a problem with the arc in general because of the length and Oda splitting up the crew. Now, as to splitting the crew up, I totally understand why Oda did that. It was definitely to give breathing room for the characters he was introducing who would become the leaders of the Grand Fleet, who I really love, and I'll get to that a little later. Um, Now, starting with the pros, he definitely started the arc off strong with the whole Colosseum, paying homage to other mangas such as Dragon Ball Z, which has lots of tournament arcs that are in it. Next thing I'm gonna mention is definitely Usopp. He had some definite highlights throughout the entire arc, specifically him gaining his moniker of God Usopp. But definitely the best part for him was him awakening his observation haki. Very cool, very interesting, very curious where he's gonna go with that. And the whole God Usopp thing will be very interesting to see what kind of trouble that gets him into. Next thing would be Law's flashback. It was amazing. Probably one of my favorites in the entire series. Law and Corazone's relationship was really beautiful and just so tragically heartbreaking what happens to them. Yeah, it was definitely one of the best things of the arc. Now, the one-on-one battles that kind of go through in that middle section, definitely some of them were all right. You know, it kind of like, you had one chapter kind of going like, or one chapter per fight kind of going through and doing all that. Definitely the highlight of the fights was Zoro versus Pika, specifically that ending, which was just amazing. And just the scope of it was just insane. And my one thought with that was, or rather coming off of that, was definitely that Zoro definitely needs a challenge, needs someone who's really gonna push him, because so far he's just been like bam, 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 just taking out guys really quickly and like with no effort. So I definitely hope that we're gonna get a challenge for him coming up, and most likely Wano would be my guess. Now, I'm going to talk really quick about Gear 4. I really love the design and the just raw power of the form, and I did really, really appreciate the limits that Oda put to it, and that Luffy couldn't quite finish off Doffy in that first round. He had to come back and really give him that one final blow to take him out. The other thing would be return of Sabo, which was awesome. Great to see that character back. Definitely did not think that he was actually dead. Pretty sure he was going to come back. Loved the Luffy face, the reaction to seeing Sabo again. And definitely liked Sabo inheriting Ace's will. Very cool, very appropriate. Let's see. And I was the big thing that really sold me on this arc. Really gave me a very quote unquote revisionist history on it, because it was a very good arc. It was really long, but what really paid it off was the introduction to the Grand Fleet and all of those new crew members. Ever since I started reading One Piece, I dreamed of the day when Luffy would have a huge crew under him, and I really like how Oda did it. He set it up so that you have your core crew, which is the 9 current Straw Hat members, and now they have all these underlings that can be called for or called upon anytime they need any extra help. Some call outs of specific members that I really love. Bartolomeo. He is fantastic. He is literally the he represents all us super fans who just freak out every time the Straw Hats do something really cool. Also really liked Leo. He was a good addition, and I don't know. It's nice to have someone who is so gullible, you know. Oop, computer went down a little bit. Um, I also really like Sai. I think he has a really cool character design. I'm really curious to find out more about oh god, Hoppo, the Hoppo Navy, and their country of Kano. If I'm getting that wrong, I do apologize. But anyway, I can't wait to see how Oda brings them all back into the story and what the big event that they'll trigger. That'll be very, very interesting. I also really liked Bellamy's story arc and how his story arc and his redemption after fighting Luffy for that second time was really, really interesting and good representation of kind of a very Japanese mindset of being very committed to what you the cause that you've joined. Last real big pro would be Daffy's monologue at the end. Oh my god, that was just so fantastic. I was freaking out when I read that. It was just amazing. Just amazing. It was a great way to close it out, and just him talking about how this power vacuum is being created with him being taken out by Luffy. It really sets up for what's coming in the next like several arcs. Now just a couple cons. There's just a couple things. Mostly just I felt like the women in the arc could have been a little more fleshed out. Mostly I really, really, really want to see Robin kick some butt. It's been so overdue. And I really didn't have a problem with Rebecca and Kiros's storyline. I thought it was actually very well done throughout the arc. My biggest problem with Rebecca was her outfit. It's just way too fan servicey for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, my least favorite part of the arc was definitely that middle section after Luffy gets knocked off of the tower with Law and has to go running back up. There were some cool moments with them meeting up with all the Coliseum crew and them all charging, and Lucy was definitely the highlight of that. I did like Moosey, the ox or the bull. And my last real con and last real comment that I really have for it would be the birdcage. I'm just not a huge fan of the ticking clock story device. I think it worked to show off Daffy's power and how controlling and just straight up nuts his abilities are. And it did build up the tension very well, but it just reminded me too much of the Buster Call, you know, like especially with Law having it happen to him in his flashback. I don't know. It just seemed a little reused. I mean, it was different from the Buster Call, but I don't know. Just didn't like it too much. Just a personal opinion. But yeah, that's about wraps it up. Dressrosa was definitely one of my favorite arcs, which may be a not controversial thing to say, but you know what I mean. I think some people didn't like it nearly as much. And the length definitely is a problem, but I really liked it, and I thought the payoff at the end with the Grand Fleet was just amazing. So yeah, that's about it for tonight. I'm gonna be trying to post just kind of my thoughts on what's going on in Zoe and stuff later this week, and I should have a live reaction at some point. Yeah, but until then, just everyone stay nerdy.